think the next question on our list, jumping around a bit here, is from Matthew Roberts, attending on behalf of the Sex Work Law Reform Victoria, but I think the question's to be read out. Is that correct? Yep. Thanks.
Thank you, and through you, Mr Mayor. The question is as follows. Will street-based sex workers be required to obtain a permit following the planning scheme changes following the decriminalisation of sex work?
Director Robinson, I think we're going to have you busy tonight.
Through you, Mr Mayor, and thank you, Mr Roberts, for the question. So, planning permits apply to land uses and not to street-based sex workers whose location would not be site-specific. Street-based sex workers operate in the public realm and as opposed to private land, and as such a planning permit is not required. Local governments should not be creating local laws in contravention of the objectives of the decriminalisation of the sex work, so therefore we have no local law that applies either.
Thank you. Next Director. And there's a follow-up question as well.
Thank you, and through you, Mr Mayor. On 12 November 2004, ABC News reported on Council's approach to advertising by a licensed brothel called Pickwood Lodge in an article titled "Brothels Billboard Offends Council." With the decriminalisation of sex work set to commence next year, will Council change its approach towards regulating outdoor advertising of sexual services since 2004?
I called you Dr Robinson before, but Director Robinson.
Through you, Mr Mayor, and again thank you for the question, Mr Roberts. It's advertising standards who control the content of advertising signs. So all the planning scheme is concerned with is it seeks to control the size, location, degree of illumination of a sign. So to this end, any third-party concerns regarding the content of a sign must be directed to advertising standards.
Thank you again, Director.